I've seen a lot of people, you know, overthinking the 2x event, hearing, oh, you have to do this, you have to do this. A lot of information being spread around about, oh, you can do this wrong, you can do that wrong, which is just not true. There's not that much you can do wrong for the 2x event. There's really 3 points that you need to know about the 2x event to do everything how it's supposed to be done for the 2x event, so you will have as efficient 2x event as possible. And with that note, what's up guys, Ronnie here and welcome. And today I want to just give you guys the 3 points that you need to consider for the 2x events, no more than that. And with this you will be good to go. So the first optimization for the 2x event is going to be that you're redeeming your gems for the refills at the end of today. So you will over cap your stamina by the end of today and go into the next day with just 1000 stamina more. That's 100 runs more. So that's the first thing to optimize your 2x event. It's pretty straightforward. It is worth it. You might be losing out depending on how long you're not going to be able to redeem that stamina on like 100, maybe 150 stability, maybe even 200, how long it takes for you to get rid of the first few stamina. But in return you get 1000 times 2, you know, you get basically 1000 stamina gifted, stability gifted from just getting double the value. So that is the first thing that you should do. And on the stability note, something that I almost forgot to mention is the daily quest rewards here that you're gonna get today. I will also only claim at the end of the day together when I will refill my stability for tomorrow. And of course, same goes for the union. This check-in bonus I will also only take at the end of the day. Now the second thing, and that's the thing many people get wrong, and that's where a lot of confusion in my opinion is coming from, is, oh, what do you need to focus on? What is highest value? Oh, you should focus on this, you know, you should focus on this, you should focus forget about it. First up, forget about it. Because quite frankly, what you should focus on is not what you clear, you know. There's no higher value in Doki Doki 2x than 2x GP outpost, and the other way around. I'll go into this in a second. What you really need to get done is to get rid of all of your stabilizers. Be fast enough to get rid of all your stabilizers. That's priority number 1. Okay? And why does it not matter if I clear Inferno Doki Doki or GP Outpost Hell 3 on 2x? Why does it not matter at all? Well, first up, if you're not able to clear Inferno Doki Doki, then the value from GP Outpost is actually higher, because you get the max amount of value from the 2x per stability that you use, compared to where you're not able to do the most efficient thing in the module. That's the first thing. But let's say you are at Inferno Doki Doki or Inferno Termaton, Inferno Aurora. Let's say you are there. It still doesn't matter if you do this or do GP Outpost or do both. Why doesn't it really matter? Well, the reason is pretty simple, and that is at the end of the day, after the 2x event, you will still have to go in there into Doki Doki, into Aurora, into Termaton, and keep farming. And even after the 2x event, you will still eventually need to go into GP Outpost and go farm again some of the GP Outpost, right? And therefore, if you look at it, if you save yourself from 10 runs of GP Outpost, it's gonna be 100 stability. But if you save yourself from 10 runs of Threshold, it's also 100 stability. I hope you understand what I mean with that, but that is basically the main thought process behind this, right? It is, at the end of the day, no matter if you do 2x on Threshold or 2x on GP Outpost, you save the same amount of stability. There is no difference in GP Outpost or in Threshold. So what I would recommend you guys to do to first up get all of your stability out is you want to have a team. Sean B made a good video on a speed clear for Doki Doki to clear Threshold. First and foremost, this is what I'm gonna do, is I farm Doki Doki Inferno a lot. If you don't have a fast clear team on Doki Doki, you can also farm Termaton. if you're Inferno there as well, because you can get rid of a lot of stability there relatively quickly as well, because the runs on Termaton usually do not take that long. So first up, we have a lot of speed there. That's the third point, right? We want to get rid of all the stability. This is what matters. And then to do that, we run this in the background at the threshold, and then at the same time I will farm GP outpost as well, while I have the background farm of the threshold module farming, and therefore I overlap my runs, right? So I'm able to get a lot more stability out faster. What I recommend you guys, what I've done the last 2x event, which actually worked out very, very fine for me, is just do that, and this way you get a lot of stability out. And the last time I did it, I was feeling a bit of a bummer, because I was like, oh, I'm using way too much stability here on the GP outpost instead of the threshold, because I don't have a fast threshold team, plus it fails, and back in the day it was like that for me, right? And I was like, oh, I'm farming so much threshold, I don't even GP outpost, I would like to farm so much more modules, which was true, right? But at the end of the day it didn't really matter, because even though I farmed so much GP outpost, it wasn't enough. That's right. So even though I farmed so much GP outpost, I made sure to have like 3,000 of these gold yellow ones last time, and I'm out of it. So I skilled up everything. Then here I had like 2,000 already, most of it gone as well. Here I had 3,000, still a lot of it ready, and here I had around 2,000, all of it gone, and here I also had like 2,000, all of it gone. So you can just farm 3,000 of literally of these blue ones. Why am I talking about 3,000 for the different colors? This way you just pre-farm and you're able to really get your stability, get rid of your stability. That's what really matters, and that's what I did. I was just pre-farming a bunch of GP outpost while running the threshold in the background, because you need 3,000. If you go take a look, you need around 3,000 of these bad boys to max skill up an SSR unit, and therefore I was just pre-farming for skilling up different SSRs. For example, I was pre-farming, now SR units need less materials here, right? But I was pre-farming to max out my Sonya. I was pre-farming for the Veronica, got her up, right? I was pre-farming for the Rahu, and this is why I still have 1,400 of these green ones left, but it's still not enough to really max him out. And the Rahu is a very greedy one. He profits a lot from these skill ups, right? He would need all of these 3,000 of these blue ones, right? And therefore I would still, you know, at the end of the day, need more of the GP outpost eventually. And you can't really make much wrong if you just farm like 3,000 of literally each of these to be able to max out at least one unit. Make sure in terms of the GP outpost you farm, of course, what units you want to focus on. So last time I wasn't certain I want to focus on the Sonya. I found a lot of this. I had a lot of units basically on all aspects of all colors, all types. I had units that I wanted to do. I farmed 3,000 here, farmed 2,000 here, 3,000 here, 3,000 here, 2,000 here. And quick notice for you guys, why is the Rahu is not skilled up yet? Well, I haven't decided fully yet. I'm either going to skill up Rahu or pulling Nahor and skilling up the Nahor a few skill ups. But I really want to wait until the end of the RTA season to see if the changes are going to be some nerfs and revelation and some buffs for turn 2, so the Rahu's value is going to spike up. And the Latai strat is a problem, right? But this is really it, right? So what you need to do is, first up, refill at the end of the day, max refill at the end of the day. That's point 1. Second point is, there is no real priority of threshold or GP outpost. The main priority is to get rid of your stability. That's the first thing, right? You can pre-farm GP outpost if you're not fast enough on threshold. That's what I'm gonna do probably as well. And you don't have to feel bad about it. You can do a little bit of investigation. I wouldn't do too much investigation though. It just feels bad to do investigation. Last time I did a lot of investigation because I really wanted to get rid of my stability. But yeah, you can do some investigation for sure, if you can't get rid of all the instability. I know there's a lot of debate on should you do investigation, should you not do it. I think it's not that good, but at the same time, at the beginning of the game, you really want to have some unit 6 start, especially the PvE units, to be able to progress. That's a big hurdle for you, and if you can get rid of the stability, it's not that bad to do some investigation, even though it's not as good as GP Outpost and Threshold, of course. And the last point, of course, is make yourself a speed team if possible. Sean B made a great video on the Doki Doki speed team. That is the one that I'm gonna replicate as well, pretty much. And then Termaton is also another option that you can get your stability gone relatively quickly. This was just me, you know, guys, you can't do that much wrong in the 2x event. Just make sure that you get rid of your stability, farm GP Outpost while you do your Threshold. Go watch Sean B's video for the speedrun for Doki Doki if you can replicate it. If you can't, Inferno Termaton is a good way to get rid of your stability quickly as well. Don't feel bad about, you know, not farming modules. Don't feel bad about farming GP Outposts. You need to farm a lot of GP Outposts at the end of the day. And like I said, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't. At the end of the day, you get 2x there, you get 2x there, and you will still need to farm both of them after the 2x eventually anyways. So keep that in mind. Don't stress it too much. There's not much that you can do wrong. Just follow these few things that I said in this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, as it will increase your summoning luck, of course, and maybe even increase your drop rates. I'm Ronnie. I wish you a blessed day. Stay tuned for more, and I'm out. Peace.